video. I'm in my boat for this video. Today I was thinking about myth versus reality with Himel Bros. I rarely go online to read about my brand because when you're as small as we are, reading about what people say can be great, but it can also be disturbing, upsetting. I had recently been trolled by a group of people and a customer. I was thinking about all the different ways that people do and don't understand and share information. Of late, I've been getting customers that read things online and they're not real or true about the different processes and materials we use and expectations. So I thought I would just explore this as an idea. So, myth, we're a giant corporate brand. Reality, we're a very small team, 5 people mostly, and my team have been sewing since they were teenagers, and my social media team are 2 young musicians, and mostly the way I operate is in person with every individual customer. They're either talking to me or Sophia, and we guide them through a process to order a bespoke jacket. Myth versus reality. I'm some sort of oligarchic millionaire charging multiple thousands of dollars and sitting on a stack of gold coin hoard. Reality is we're a very small business using very expensive imported materials into Canada, paying everybody extremely well, fair wages, and the costs of what we do are reflected in what we make, which is a bespoke jacket. So whether we are cheaper or more expensive than what other people do is apples and oranges. What we do is we meet, service virtually every single client, help them assess what they want, and try and build them something that's unique and different. And there aren't many or barely any people out there that can do that in the world anymore. And that's an interesting perception difference, I guess, between people who are comparing $70, $120 jackets made in Pakistan, $500, $600 jackets made in the USA, $5,000, $10,000 jackets made by major corporate brands, and the various middle ranges of Japanese and heritage brands and what they do. Myth versus reality. I have some sort of factory where we individually produce each jacket depending in quality based on the social media presence of our customers. Untrue, we try and make each individual one as best we can, and we confer with our customers after they get their jackets, find out if they're happy. If they're not happy, I work with them to resolve any issues. And sometimes that involves remaking a jacket. So for example, I had a customer who was upset about the cuff measurement on his jacket, and he asked for something, we didn't do it, so we remade the sleeves. Myth versus reality. I'm nice to every single customer. I treat every customer as they treat me and my team. And what that means is if someone is abusive, whether it be in person or online, or they attack or misrepresent what we do, then I don't deal with them anymore, because I am a small, tiny business And if I am dealing with someone who can't be courteous or deal with me directly or posts bad things about me and my team that I need to protect because they're working as hard and as best as they can, then I don't want to deal with them, and that's my prerogative because this is my business. So some people become my closest friends. Some people are just happy with what they get, and occasionally there are people out there that don't like me or what I do or didn't like what they got, and I determine whether or not I can deal with them or not. But I can tell you that we don't get bullied over here at Himel Bros. We don't get intimidated. We don't get shamed. We'll deal with people as they come based on how they deal with us. So that's a reality. Is every customer that I've ever had happy? There is a very small percentage of people that will never be happy. Sometimes I'm dealing with complex psychological issues, body dysmorphia. Sometimes people just can't be pleased. Sometimes they ask for things that I can't do or are out of the realm of what I consider fair or reasonable. But I do have those conversations with those people, and we do our best to try and service them. They are in the tiniest percentage of my customers. This year, we are going to attempt to put more of the hundreds of positive reviews we have online. We're so small that we're backed up in so many ways that I haven't had a chance to do that. But you can get a real feel for the brand when you see all those reviews. I think that one of the interesting things about what we do is because we are so small and I speak English and I'm in North America and I answer my phone and I'm accessible, there are a lot of people out there that really like that experience where if they're buying a jacket from a brand in Asia or in Europe that maybe, or a bigger company that there's no front face to talk to, and the upside to that is that you get to talk to me. The downside to that is that I can be easily disparaged because I express what I do and what I feel about the brand. Definitely I am looking to build a less pricey, more affordable production ready to wear line. I started that process before the pandemic, and that process ended with the pandemic, but it is resuming, and 100% this year there will be a very price forward version of some of my jackets available. I'm working very hard with a couple companies, including Free Note Cloth, to build that out. So that's exciting. The last thing, which I will say, myth versus reality, is that somehow all these different brands work autonomously and don't know each other or communicate. One of the most humorous things I see in the world of social media is that people don't realize that many of the jacket brands that do similar things to me, I have either been to their factories or I'm friendly with the owners, or I have just been to their factories and their processes. And you know, we go see the tanneries we buy leather from. There aren't different leather qualities or that much variance in the products that these tanneries produce. I have been to the factories in Japan that produce most of the major brands in Japan. I would name them, but would it matter really? I've met with the owners who produce those jackets. Not the brand owners per se always, sometimes the factories that they contract out to. I am on very good relations with British leather jacket makers. I have, when I started my brand in 2010, was approached by a major American jacket maker to help them design a new line of jackets. And I'm on good terms with those people, and I've seen their processes, and I am very familiar with the different processes of how all these different brands operate and the compromises and the things they don't compromise in order to produce their brands at their various price points. So I will probably dive deeper into our process because I don't like to speak about other people's processes, but I will definitely remain accessible for my bespoke customers. And for the ones that choose to go out into social media, the few, and damage my reputation or my team, or say hurtful things or untruthful things, you're on your own. Because, homie, don't get bullied. This is the modern age. We don't accept that kind of behavior in any form. So, people wonder what we do. They're always welcome to call me. If they're concerned they're not going to get the right thing, they're always welcome to call me. And as long as they're respectful, any customer that ever had a problem was always welcome to resolve it with me, and I've resolved 99.9% of those problems over the years. So here's to the modern age of online branding and online brands, and we deal with it as it comes. So there you go. Those are my thoughts.